Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today we're back with Snow and our mysterious barcode player. Some people in chat thinks it's Light. Other people think it's Flash. Other people think it's another elite Terran player that we know, but nobody has established any proof of who this Terran player is. So on the bottom left, from the Terran only perspective of this TVP featuring Barcode versus Snow, is the Barcode player. Again, he's an excellent Barcode Terran player, man. And Snow is over here, which you would know if you watched the other perspective from Snow that I posted last week. And yeah, people had weird reactions to it. Other people liked it a lot. Other people kind of hated it, but I said if a lot of people liked it, then I would do it from the perspective of the Terran player. So here I am here on Apocalypse. Woo! All right. What's the play going to be here, folks? We know what the Terran player is going to do in general. It's going to be tanks. It's going to be vultures and stuff. Is he going to scout? Is he going to try to see where on Earth Snow is? If you watch the previous match, again, only from Snow's perspective, you know if he scouts, right? You know if an SCV showed up in Snow's base, but if you didn't watch it, then this is going to be a surprise for you, which is kind of fun, I think. All right, so throwing down a supply depot. Ooh, this SCV, are we going to scout? We're going to scout. It's a 3-player map. You only have to scout 2 other locations here, but we're going to throw down a barracks here to help wall off against early zealot pressure here at the natural base. And yeah, I got the weird quality, video quality dips that I had for the last couple of weeks, and they are fixed now. So I apologize for that, but it took me a while to figure it out. No matter what I did, I couldn't get rid of them, and then I found a Reddit post from like 2021 that said, this is the build of HitFilm Express, which is the video editing software that I use, where you don't get quality dips in your edits. So So, all right. I don't know. I don't know why, but I'm just glad I found a solution. So, yeah, SSL has been so good, man. By now, if you're watching SSL, you have seen Sulky versus Light, their series from the round of 8. And, oh my gosh, it was so good. Such a good TVZ. It lived up to the hype, man. Lived up to the hype. Light is probably the best Terran player right now. Sulky has won the last 2 SSLs. Or ASLs, and hey, a probe showed up here. And yeah, it was so good. So it's a racks into a command center, into a supply depot, and then a bunker. Because the only way you can defend against Dragoons is a bunker if you don't have a factory. And he hasn't scouted, so he doesn't have any idea if it's going to be an early expand here from Snow, or if it's going to be a Cybernetics Core, Singularity Charge, and Dragoon pressure early. And he is scouting. All right, cool. So SCV moving out. Steve the SCV. There's merchantfalconpaladin.store for Steve here. You're going to pop on, and there we go. He sees the expansion for Snow. He says, all right, cool. So we're good. We see the 2 gate, but we haven't seen any zealots. So we know we're probably just saving these 2 gates to make Dragoons as soon as the Cyber Core is done, but it's not done yet because of the timing on that Nexus. It was so early, right? This command center is done here, but it hasn't been done forever. And if you show up at your opponent's base and the Nexus is already done, there you go. Scouts the Cybernetics Core. I'm trying to stay alive here, but oh my goodness, this is really hard. The probe's gotten a lot of... the dance! Oh! He does get wiped out. That's brutal. He was dancing like his life depended on it, and it did. So Factory 1, Factory 2 coming in from our yellow barcode Terran player here. Whew, this is fun. And I mean, again, I've done this before. I did some Jaedong versus Pure stuff out on Aztec years ago from the Jaedong perspective and from the Pure perspective, and got a really positive response from it. I just never really went back to that idea, and I feel like it's a good thing to do to kind of mix up the casts and mix up the videos so you guys don't quite know what you're getting when a video pops up on the channel, right? Right. Anywho, bunker there. He knows Dragoons are going to be showing up. He sees the Cyber Core, says, might as well get some bunkers up here. No big deal. And then, yeah, they're just factoring it up. There's the machine shop coming in. There is ye old second factory popping in. I think we're going to go for spider mines here first for the machine shop to deal with the incoming dragoons that he knows are on the way. But instead, he's just making tanks. He's making a second machine shop. No upgrades are forthcoming. He's making a lot of SCVs, man. I mean, we can see what Snow's doing by worker count and overall supply here because we have the top right. So we have that. And that's the one thing we know that Snow's doing other than what has been scouted already by the TERRAN player. This is good. This is really, really good. So what do we got here, friends? We got a third factory fired up. Machine shop still not doing anything. I think he's maybe just throwing that money. There you go. Vulture speed. So I was wrong about that. Vulture. Oh, he canceled vulture speed. What? That loses you cash, dude. And he immediately throws up more SCVs. I think he's just trying to get an SCV count that's insane right now. He pops up, says, you know, you can shove away a couple dragoons with an unsieged siege tank. Oh, and then he goes back into vulture speed. That's weird, man. Why would you cancel vulture speed and then go back into vulture speed? And then he gets the second machine shop working on spider mines here. Huh. Well, all right then, I guess. That's really, really interesting. So no siege mode quite yet, but, you know, it's going to be the next thing, the upgrades on machine shops. There really isn't a build. Well, there are builds where you want to show up with a bunch of Marines and siege tanks and a couple of vultures with spider mines at the Protoss base, like, now. So here we go. We're going to move out where you don't have siege mode quite yet, but you're getting siege mode on the back of it. It's not like you're never getting siege. It's just this attack shows up before siege is done. And it kind of throws off the Protoss, because, like, why are you not attacking with siege mode? So he sees the Dragoons on the high ground with the SCV and swings on over. Ah, so he's like, I'm not going up here. That'd be stupid. So he's like, oh, the Dragoons. They're here too. Spider mines down. Hope you don't have any obs yet. Oh, looks like you have obs. Get into the natural base. More spider mines getting thrown down, and that just clears up the way for the Terran to get to this high ground without really any resistance at all. Oh, and then we're just fighting them on regular ground here. Again, siege mode is on the way, but it's not done yet. Marines, spider mines, siege tanks getting all sorts of work. Probes come out of the darkness and the fog of war to try to fight here. That spider mine. Oh, yes, spider mine's wiping out like 3 probes there at a time. Reinforcements from the south side. Defender's advantage kicking in. You can see the obs, the shimmery stuff there on the map. Is Snow going to hold this? I don't know. Trying to fall back to these spider mines. His vultures are all dead, but the spider mines continue to wipe out a zealot there. And, yeah, more vultures popping on in here. This is amazing. This is so good. All right, spider mine's getting laid down. Is there enough from the Terran to shut this base down? I don't rightfully know. Production tab says more and more vultures being produced all the time. Every unit defending this third base is dead. Coming from the second base down here, though, and out of the fog of war and the darkness. The observer continuing to float up here, but I don't know. I don't know if there's enough to save this third base at all. They're firing on the pylons. They're going for the more guaranteed damage. Now they're starting to fire on the Nexus, which is less guaranteed because it has so much more HP. It looks like maybe they're going to go for a third base during all this aggression. Vultures trying to pop on in, holding that ramp. But yeah, no, this is just, we're just giving up on this base, aren't we? This is just Snow, unfortunately, having to be like, all right, well, my third base is dead. That is really bad for me. I don't know if there's any coming back from this, but aha! Aha! I've got another base up here. Screw you, Terran. Terran, oh, good scout there by Barcode, being like, oh, there is a base up there. Whoop! Vultures swinging onto the natural base, forcing a full evacuation of the probes. Crikey, mate. Okay, shuts that down. Third base dead. Fourth base very much alive. Vulture's kind of wasting attacks, firing on an observatory and a pylon here. Probably should have gotten out here sooner, but all 3 of the Vultures escape and can be repaired, so it's not that big of a deal. Finally, third base is coming up down here for the Barcode Terran player. Whew, it's 82 supply for him. He's got 52 SCVs. Looking good economically. He knows he killed a bunch of probes during that attack. Checks to see if there's a base up here. And there's not. Guess what he didn't do? He didn't check if there was a base up here. There could be one. Probably should have checked that, man. Gotta check places. Look, you have vultures with speed. You can check bases so easily with that unit. Either way, Snow comes in from the high ground, catches the spider mine. Like 3 or 4 dragoons die there. That's not how you want to start an engagement at all. They just kind of sits back on this high ground and says, I'm going to sit here in the darkness. And if you want to attack me, you can't look. You can see the obs again. You can totally see observers. There you go. Way better. Look, when I'm playing, I have a hard time seeing them because I'm like focused on a gajillion things at once. But obsing, when you're not really focusing on macro, you can definitely see observers a little bit better for sure. Look, there it goes. There it goes. There's the shimmer. And there's no turrets here to shut them down. No anti-air at all. There are no Goliaths out. I think all the Marines died in that previous attack. So by now, you have to assume that Snow has retaken his 3rd base. I'm really shocked he doesn't have any turrets or wraiths or anything to be worried about reavers, but I guess he's just guessing there's not a robotics bay warping in or has warped in already. I mean, a turret's on the way. Where is that turret going to be? Inside the main base, I guess? Maybe as vultures try to swing on out there. Oh, is he putting the turret at the front, perhaps? Oh, yeah, the turret's here. It's like under these buildings. All right, man. Pushing out again. You can't just let the Protoss sit back and take the entire map. You have to move out. And I'm not saying move out before you're ready. I'm saying if you feel like you're strong enough to get out there and get a position, especially in Apocalypse on this high ground, do it. Because all roads lead to this high ground. If you can hold this general area, right, you can prevent the Protoss from moving around as easily as they want to. So far, so good, I think, from the Terran player. He did wipe out an entire base. Obviously, Snow's got this thing rolling, but it's 134 supply for the Terran. The man has a +1 attack upgrade for his mech. Upgrades are always fantastic. Goliaths are being added in here, too. And secretly, the Protoss is out here inside the darkness. Nice concave. Any High Templar up here? A couple Dragoons die for nothing. I mean, Vultures are dying, but Vultures dying is not as big a deal as Dragoons getting exploded here, right? Dragoons are expensive. They cost gas. It looks like maybe he wants to set up and get a 4th base down here to the south. That is so close to the Protoss. This is a scary place to expand, especially if they have shuttles. Not that we've seen any shuttles today, but we saw an additional robo coming in. And that's got to be used for something other than observers. So I assume we're going to expect shuttles here from Snow, at least on some level. But yeah, hit that like button, man. Subscribe. I lost my job, got laid off about 5 weeks ago, and I'm trying to find a new one. I've applied to like 120 jobs. I'm trying to change my strategies in a lot of ways. So yeah, any support you can give me, the like button, subscribing, becoming a member, patreon.com/FalconPaladin, PayPal at falconpaladin@gmail.com. I mean, anything you can do to support me at this time would be incredibly appreciated. I love you all, and I love StarCraft. And it's just a bit of a dicey situation for me right now, but I'm pretty confident that I'll come out on top here. Less confident than I was a month ago, I can tell you that much. The tech market in America is weird right now. I think the rise of remote jobs just kind of led to a lot of competition for jobs in places, whereas usually you're just competing against people in your local area or against people who are willing to relocate, right? Not as many people willing to do that as willing to work remotely. So, yeah, it's tough. Here we go. A lot of Zealots now. It's been pretty much Dragoons. Not all Dragoons, but pretty much Dragoons to this point here for Snow. But the Vulture count is up to the task of keeping those Zealots away. 3 Zealot is free. Like, I don't even know why you came up there, man. Obs again. Little Shimmer doing shimmery things. So center being held. It's a low ground, though. So what you want is kind of cover high ground and high ground, right? which is why the vultures are seeding the position with spider mines first. Then tanks come up there and siege the high ground. And then, sieging this high ground is going to be a lot tougher. Ridiculously so much tougher. He still hasn't expanded down here. And look what he sees. Another base is here. And there's a base here too. It's like, all right, I just scanned this. Snow's on, as far as he knows, 6 bases. So he's like, all right, that's over expanding, man. Snow says, no, it's not. Screw you. And then, the tanks are here firing away at this. I don't even know if that's the 5th or the 6th base that Snow tried to take here. A lot of zealots. Vultures have their work cut out for them here, sir. Oh my goodness. So the vultures are all dead except for one, which means all these tanks are dead too. But then pushing right here is our guy, Barcode TERRAN. Maybe it's light, who knows? But high ground in, eating some storms. First storms of the day we've seen. Obviously, there's got to be storm or arbiters or something out of the Protoss. Maybe Reavers 2. Maybe all 3. I mean, these positions are so hard for anyone to deal with against the Terran with tanks. You just got high ground to deal with. And yeah, coming in from this direction, a little bit easier to do. Protoss looks like we ran out of steam a little bit. Hard to know how many Protoss users are going to come out of that darkness and the fog of war, right? Like, I can handle that. Bam, easily handled. And now suddenly we're simultaneously threatening the natural base and the 3rd base again. Siege tanks are sitting here at +2 attack, no armor upgrade. +1 armor is about to finish for this mech. But, yeah, this Nexus is taking shots. We're going to send some tanks up here. You can fire on that Nexus from outside of this little hard wall that was set up. 3 Nexuses are being fired on simultaneously. And as a Protoss player, that is disastrous. He still hasn't taken a 4th base. He's been 3 basing this thing so hard. Scans the main, doesn't see an Arbiter Tribunal. He doesn't see a robotic support bay. He's not seeing any Reavers here. D-Matrix on that tank, trying to keep it alive. Zealots walking past and then attacking for that surround play. Vultures are going to be able to wipe out the Zealots, but a few tanks died, so the natural base is not taking as many shots as maybe you'd want it to. That base is dead. This base is dead. Zealots come in and clear it out eventually. But the number of Nexuses killed today is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, the Terran's power, the Terran's presence on the map has just continued to grow. Yeah, a lot of it's just spider mines and missile turrets, but that counts. That's vision. That is holding against air and ground units pretty effectively, diving vultures in to snipe a bunch of these probes here too. It's still a worker lead for Snow, but that lead is going down quite a bit right now. Float command center to the left side to try to expand over that way. And at this stage of the game, yeah, Snow's rolling here. Snow's rolling here. We haven't even scouted the base over here in Apocalypse. But I don't know if the Terran actually cares, right? He's got the 2-1 upgrades. He's not even working on +3 attack right now at 18 minutes. He doesn't need to be, but be working on a +3 at this stage of the game is pretty good. Oh, tries to SCV transfer over to the left side to this 5th base at the 9 o'clock, but he just kind of naked expand, naked transferred over here. All these SCVs are in a lot of trouble. Trying to save as many SCVs as he can, but he's got to fight this army first, and all these SCVs are like, I guess we could run. It's Dragoons firing on us mostly. It takes forever for them to kill us. Yo. High ground siege tank. Still not working on that +3. He's like, maybe we should scout that left Snow. Oh, he sees it. He sees the Nexus warping in, and he's like, Snow's taking every available base on the map. Not a bad idea if you're playing at the Terran player. Out-expand him like crazy. SCVs walking into an absolute war zone. I don't know why you guys are here, actually. Why are SCVs here? They might catch some friendly fire spider mine damage, but yo, reinforcements popping in. Another, nope, that cancels a Nexus. It's not a kill, but effectively it could be. And yeah, I mean, Terran's expanding down here. He's still expanded over here. There are no SCVs at that base, but there could be. 65 to 53 workers as SCVs are repairing and attacking at the front lines and losing their lives, which is hilarious. And seriously, if these tanks were +3, it'd be great, but they simply are not. Ground units are +2 and 0 armor upgrades from Snow here. Spider Mines connecting like crazy here. Ba-da-da-da-ba-da-ba-ba-dow. The sound of siege mode coming in. Never a good sound you want to hear. And yeah, this base never came back. Spider-Man made sure that he knew it never came back. Hey, look, an obs is visible because we have science vessels at the location right now. Yeah, so look at this. Look how much... Yeah, the map is controlled. Okay, with the exception of this little area, which is not controlled, and just kind of slipping out here. Maybe dropped or something into this fourth base. Gonna force a liftoff on that one. That's annoying, but we're simultaneously threatening the natural, which just died. And I don't know, this fifth or the sixth base, Snow defending it desperately. He needs this base if he's gonna live. Zealots on top of the tank with Dragoon pressure. That's exactly the combo you want without any vultures here at all. And Snow clears it. Snow clears this attack perfectly. Spider Mines, woo, killing Zealots, but the tanks are all gone. That is entirely fair. Siege tanks and vultures come down to clear out the Zealot infestation at the fourth base of our mysterious barcode Terran player, and says, where do those Zealots come from? They couldn't have come this way. They must have gotten dropped. There must be shuttles out here somewhere. Carolyn boost finally getting fired up. Seems a little bit late for our Terran guy, but you know, could be worse, I suppose. Could never get the upgrade. DT tries to get in here. Scan wipes him out, and base is defended. As long as the Spider Mines connect, and this Dragoon is just, wow. Okay, 3 vultures for a Dragoon. Fair trades. More, oh, there are shuttles here. So yeah, unloading a couple Dragoons here with Zealots to shut this base down, so vultures can't save it entirely. I guess there were tanks that were sent down previously, yes. But look at this. He scans, sees this fourth base is back. The fifth base is rolling. The sixth base is rolling. He knows this is dead, and he knows this is probably dead. And it is just scrapping left and right here. Try to shut this thing down. I mean, this has been absolutely a scrap fest for sure. And here we go. I mean, we can see Snow's up 129 to 99 supply. He's got a better worker count, 64 to 46. But my gosh, the number of dead Nexuses today, right? Like one more shot. No, he doesn't get the final shot on the Nexus. It has like 4 hit points on it. Like, must get up there and shoot it from outside the wall. He can't without... No, he doesn't have to siege. He wipes it out without a siege shot. Oh man, this command center got lifted off to build this base, which is definitely on fire. Spider Mines all over the place here. I'm surprised they haven't been cleared out by now. Just a bit of a small attack here coming up the left side from our Terran. Defensive matrix is up. Still not working on that +3. And honestly, neither is Snow. Snow's not interested in a +3 attack either for some reason. D-matrix will not save your tank forever, but it will make it a little bit tougher. Tiny bit tougher. I mean, against Zealots with +2 attack, it is a lot to ask, I guess, to keep you protected. But throwing up turrets at the top here just so shuttles can't just fly in here without any consequences at all. They'll still probably get their unloads. But man, the sheer number of Nexuses killed today by this Terran, whoever they are, is absolutely through the roof, man. Okay, so Vulture's getting up behind this mineral line. Extremely annoying position to be in. Pew, 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 pew. Probes dying all over the place. Still 54 to 48 workers. Still a probe advantage, but again, look at how much of the map is yellow. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is like the 6th Nexus that's been killed today by the Terran. It's a lot of Nexuses to kill, man. In just 24 minutes. Archon trying to morph in here, summon at the front of the map. Once again, a Nexus is very close to dead, but the tanks that were firing on it are a little bit too far away to hit it. Can't quite finish it off there. Suddenly Snow's under 100 supply. This is mining. Still hasn't retaken this base, the Terran. And what's the state of this? I don't know. Would we bother to retake that Nexus? Don't know. This is not something the Barcode is aware of right now. He's desperately trying to deal with this guy sitting on the front door of his 5th base up here at the 12 o'clock, but there's just too much Terran to hold, and this Nexus is this close to falling over, folks. Just this close to falling over. Once again, SCV is coming over to mine at this position. Some Dragoons either walked over here or dropped over here. Either way, they're in trouble. Siege tanks finishing off that Nexus would be a big deal. But this Terran's patient. He's not worried about it, man. That's a 4-kill Dragoon. That's a 5-kill Dragoon. He's going to kill this Vulture too. Or will he? Oh, he does get it. Cool. So 6 kills on that Dragoon. Pushing up, trying to finish off the Nexus, but Snow has more stuff. See, he's got production up here at the 12 o'clock. Protoss love having that little summer home away where they can produce stuff. D-Matrix up on a Vulture. He's like, I can fight Dragoons now. I'm the strongest Vulture to ever live. He had a +3 armor, or like, I don't know, even a +2 would be better. Nexus down. And the reversal here by this turn has been absolutely insane. He was down like 40 supply, and now he is up like 20 supply in 26 minutes. It only took him about, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes to get there. It's a pretty quick reversal for sure. So yeah, Snow's back here again, obviously. Snow is not here. Vulture checked that out. This, just hanging out here. Sure, working on a +3 attack now is the Terran, but who needs it? I own the map. I control this position. I see how many units you have there with my scans. I got a good spread on the tanks. So Templar Storms are not going to wipe out more than 1 tank at a time. The Zealots jumping on top of them too. Really, really nice spread here by the Terran. Storm hitting his own Zealots a little bit there, but that's an occupational hazard. GG, Snow taps out. And our guy Barcode is the winner here in, what, 27 minutes and 5 seconds. Wow. I mean, that, from the Terran perspective, was quite a comeback. Quite a comeback, honestly. Just a fantastic showing of how to play TVP there. This Nexus got resurrected, I swear, 3 or 4 times today. The Observatory never died once, which I find really surprising. But yeah, I mean, when this base died early, it really put Snow on the back foot, right? That comes in, suddenly you're in a lot of trouble. The Terran did lose this base, didn't take this one until later, but was able to take the center of the map. And when that happens, you're relying on shuttles. Maybe you're relying on recalls to get you around the map and all sorts of different places where you can get some work done. But you can't just walk across the middle of the map when this is happening, right? So it's so much harder to do. And yeah, the sheer lack of +3 for either of these players at 27 minutes is a little bit surprising, but it's been really, really active. And obviously, upgrades have not been a major priority for both of them, or either of them, I guess is the correct grammatical way to explain that. So, GG, man. Our yellow Terran player of the Barcode variety gets the win. What's funny is, I think Jaedong's current Barcode has a 1 at the end, but I mean, if this is Jaedong's Terran, I wouldn't be shocked by it. Any of these elite players, their off races are insanely good. It seems like especially Protoss players, their Terran is really good, and Terran players, their Protoss is really good too. I don't know that Zerg players, their Terran or their Protoss is very, very good. We just don't see a lot of that. Not a ton of off racing from Zerg players, which is interesting. I guess maybe the way you play Zerg is just a little bit different from the way that Protoss and Terran approach things. They have more similarities than the Zerg do, for sure. Anyway, GG, man. Great positioning, great macro. Every time an army got wiped out, it felt like Snow had to deal with another one. And the cost effectiveness was through the roof here. So, GG! Bam! 210,000 points here from the Barcode. 196,000 from Snow. Terran outproduced Snow, outkilled Snow, and lost more than Snow did. 26 to 4 buildings raised is a very surprising number. I think that Snow would have killed more, but he didn't really go for any drops or anything, did he? That is a way you can kill buildings. And then 61,000 to 50,000 resources spent. 11,000 more plus for Snow there, but in 27 minutes was not quite enough to reach where we want to be. So GG. I mean, that was really, really good from our guy Barcode, whoever this is. You know what? If you're telling me it's light, I'll believe that it's light. I don't see why not. He's a monster. He really is a monster. Probably the best Terran player in the world right now. Could win the upcoming SSL. I'm not going to spoil anything, obviously. Haha. See, I told you I watched Light versus Soulkey, but I'm not going to spoil anything because I love you guys, and that would be mean. But yeah, check it out. So that right there is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, as well as Instagram and TikTok these days, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.